First, out of the blue corner, he's wearing the black trunks with the white stripes. He weighed in at 153 pounds. He brings it to the ring, a record of 39 wins, 3 losses, 24 of those wins coming by knockout from St. Petersburg, Florida. Give it up for Ronald Winky Wright. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the white trunks with the red stripes. He weighed in also at 153 pounds. He brings it to the ring, a record of 42 wins, 2 losses, and 29 of those wins coming by knockout from Monroe, Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, Bronco McKart.
Good evening, gentlemen. You were both given your instructions. Protect yourself at all times. Both use touch gloves.
Okay, for those of you who weighed in on the internet, here's your prediction. Bronco McKart, 29%, an overwhelming majority. Almost 3 out of 4 of you who logged in said Winky Wright will win again. Stay logged on to HBO.com/KO Nation. Let us know after the fight how you scored. The Battle of Southpaws that's now begun.
Earlier, we can see a filling out process between the two Southpaws, having to readjust since the first fight. Both of them also going to try to figure out who has changed, if anything has changed.
Well, I think McCart's hoping that Winky Wright wants to stand and fight a little bit more, Kevin, because the jab controlled everything, and he told us again yesterday, right, that is the key. That puts everything else into play.
Well, one thing about a first fight is that the first fight, the element of surprise is missing. So both know what they're getting tonight.
Right, we see Bronco McKart working the body. He's got a slight height advantage, and he's not standing that tall, but they're at good range. And who's going to get off first? He's got to put that jab into play because he kept walking into jabs the first time, didn't he?
The first time, he just, like I said, he was trying to go for a knockout, Bronco. And that's exactly what he said. He was trying to get a knockout. It was his hometown. He was, the pressure on the outside of the range will cost him that fight. He let that interfere with the fight.
Bronco McKart, the busier fighter here early. He's in the white trunks.
Let's not go in with the head. Let's not go in with the head.
Frank Cappuccino warning him not to watch the head butting. Don't lead with your head. Both southpaws, very busy guys. These are junior middleweights in talent-laden division.
Some guys in 147 still looking to move up to get into this division. Like Shane Mosley. I don't know if he's looking to go as big as 54. You got Trinidad. You got Fernando Vargas. You got Vernon Forrest, who's a welterweight, looking to become world champion, move to 54 also.
First round action. What do you think of Wright's jab at this point?
Wright's got a very effective, very quick jab. I think the way he's shooting, he's stepping with his front foot. So watch his front foot when he pops his jab. He's getting better distance and better leverage, as you see right there. He's backing up Bronco just with his jab.
Bronco again with a barrage of blows, and Wright shakes it off as if it didn't hurt. Kevin?
Well, he blocked all the shots.
Did he really mean it?
Well, he blocked all the shots. Winky Wright has very good defense. He keeps his hands in front of his face, and he blocked every punch that Bronco threw, but, it looked great for the crowd.
We talked to them yesterday, and Winky Wright says he feels more natural fighting a southpaw. They could either cancel themselves out. This could be a great fight. How do you feel about that? You were a southpaw, Kevin.
Well, I still am a southpaw.
But you just retired again.
So pretty much, when you fight another southpaw, it's not the fight that bothers you. It's the training for the fight. You got to find the proper preparation. It's very hard, as righties to get lefties in the gym. It's very hard for lefties to get lefties in the gym.
Right. Well,
that's very difficult.
Right, step back.
Well, Wright said he trained with somebody a lot heavier, a super middleweight, in fact, left-hander. And there we go as Bronco McKart bangs to the body again. A very close round as we close out the first.
Very close round. I tell you, hard to score. Very hard to score.
McKart fighting with the kind of conviction he lacked 4.5 years ago.
Bell.
I know he can't, but I still want you stepping back or to the side. Don't lay there and block and let him even touch the gloves. All right? You got to be first more with the jab. You're waiting too much to see what he has. All right? Get the jab off first. You start using that feint. All right? Breathe. Bend your knees and move your head. Be first with the jab.
Because, I mean, if you don't, you're measuring yourself for him. That's why he's shooting at that.
Fellas, I'd like you to stay away from the judge, please. Just do it.
When you do that, stick right out of there. You don't hook with it.
You know, don't lay him on there, okay?
All right, come on, you're the boss.
RKO Nation punch stats, Kevin.
Come on, don't wait.
69 punches were jabs out of the 105. Wright was the busier jabber, but it looked like Bronco McKart clearly had the power punches.
Well, Bronco McKart, you know, what's funny about that is that I'm seeing Bronco McKart back up a little bit. I thought Winky Wright had the harder shots because he's going forward and he's using his front foot to step and punch at the same time. So he's bringing his body behind his punches.
And there goes the jab, slicing through. He's got that slicing jab, but right up the middle on McKart.
The reason it's very effective is because he's stepping forward with the jab, as you can see right there. And McKart is stepping backwards. And McKart's going straight back on the line is something that you don't do to a fighter. You want to go to the side. You want to go left, you want to go right. Never straight back on the line.
Come on.
It still appears to me that McKart feels that Wright may be soft to the body. They seem to be going downstairs with regularity. That's his power punch, that right.
Well, that's a plan that they use for the later rounds. You hit a guy early to his body. You hopefully slow him down enough that later on in the fight, he drops his arms, there's no legs, and then you can win the fight.
Really be a key with a guy Winky Wright who moves so well, right?
Well, Winky Wright has been moving since round one.
Yeah.
He's really being the aggressor, which is very rare and odd for him. Like I said, Bronco's getting a chance to look at him. He's seeing something very different than he saw the first fight. So right now he's just adjusting.
A good exchange there in the center of the ring. Oh, looping right by McKart. And back comes Winky Wright. The jab and the combination misses with a lunging right. And then another barrage to McKart. Is Wright trying to take the play away here? Happy to mix it up, which is what McKart wants.
You're both holding.
Yeah, it's strange. I personally thought that Winky Wright was going to come out boxing and stay on the outside, but instead he stayed on the inside. And it seems to be working sometimes to his advantage, but sometimes it's not because Bronco is throwing hard punches on the inside.
Well, perhaps maybe he learned from the Vargas fight that that's the way to go about business with this guy.
It's kind of weird to see Winky Wright be the aggressor when he has such great boxing skills.
But he really hung with Fernando Vargas.
He outboxed Fernando Vargas. I thought he won the fight. I thought he did enough to win the decision, but I guess that wasn't to be.
We're in the last minute of round two, and a high action-packed fight so far. They have been busy here, the junior middleweights in this rematch. Winky Wright is in the black, Bronco McKart in white and red.
You're looking at Wright to me. He beat Fernando Vargas. So to me tonight, Bronco McKart's in the ring with a world championship fight. Got hit with a great punch. I mean, you got to watch these punches. They sneaking in. Both southpaws. There's no advantage here.
Let him go, Bronco. Let him out.
McKart is definitely in Wright's combat zone. He just wants some war here. While Wright misses as they trade inside.
Step back, fellas.
Very close fight.
5 seconds to go as we wrap up. Round two. And McKart apologizes for the late shot after the bell.
Good job, baby.
You got to use your right hook more, baby. Use it to the body and head. The man is open body. Don't stand.
Respect the bell. Respect the bell, man.
Don't stand there and wait. When you do this, you got to do something. You can't stand there.
Okay, here as we see it, Kevin, here's the end of the round. A late hit here as McKart still swinging.
McKart was throwing punches from both sides. I don't know if we can score that point. It was after the bell.
Yeah, it was after. And Wright had his hands down.
Can we score that shot? I don't know. I don't know if it makes the round for Bronco, though. I don't know.
Well, so far, the early texture of this fight, it's the kind of critical thing that could make the difference. They look very evenly matched.
Styles make fights, and here you got two lefties that both can box, both can punch, and they're right in front of each other, in each other's face.
Natural thing is to move to the right, huh? So they're in their wheelhouse here, aren't they?
I tell you, there's no secrets here. They fought once already. They're both southpaws. They're almost the same height, almost the same reach. There's no real serious advantage here. I think Wright's a pinch quicker than Bronco is. Just a pinch, not much. Just a pinch quicker.
Well, they're urging him after the first round. Of course, his corner, Dan Birmingham, urged him to get off first with that jab.
I mean, from my experience as a southpaw, when you find another lefty, to me the advantage goes on who can throw their left hand better and who can throw it over the top when the other lefty jabs. That's the key to winning this fight. And it looks like Wright sometimes does it, but sometimes abandons it. So what happens to most lefties, if you find another lefty, if you pop a jab, try to get him to throw his left hand over the top so you can throw your left hand, because usually they're going to drop their right hand.
What is your opinion, Kevin, of the pace? It seems pretty hot to me. Is it going to take, could either guy melt? This is going to go 10, maybe.
I don't think it heated up yet. I think that they're taking pot shots at each other. So one person throws punches, then the other throws punches. Bronco throws, then Winky Wright throws. Nobody's consistent enough to actually, to me, steal the whole round. It seems like half the round goes Winky Wright's way, other half goes Bronco's way.
It's going to be close. This is a 12-round fight. Winky Wright in black, Bronco McKart is in the white.
Bronco is cut on his left eye. He got some blood trickling down.
Now Wright's jab is moving in, getting there first.
Yeah, well, I think that jab or a headbutt or something inside cut Bronco McKart on his left eye. That could affect the fight. It really could.
Keep them punches up. We're going a little too low, man.
But then again, those body shots that Bronco's throwing could be affect Winky Wright later on, too.
So Wright again is going for that eye. And there he goes, peppering that jab in and finding the range.
Well, Wright has a lot of experience. I mean, he fought Eric Holland. He fought Vargas. He fought Julio Vasquez, which said his hardest fight ever. Tony Marshall. I mean, who hasn't he fought?
They dig in now in the center of the ring.
Get off it.
We're winding down round 3. Good action. Wright again with the jab. Another one gets through.
I'm starting to think that that cut affecting Bronco McKart somehow in the strategy, as far as, you know, he's losing a little bit of focus. And that's why Wright's starting to steal this round.
Yeah, he's picked up the pace a little bit more. And we'll go to the corners and see them work on the eye of Bronco McKart as he closes the show on round 3.
That's it. Mike, get to his...
Come on in.
Put your head back.
Give me water. He's waiting on him. He's waiting on him.
Watch this fight.
He's waiting on him.
You ain't fighting this fight like you want to win it.
All right, here we see the cut, Kevin. McKart banging, but watch as they butt heads there.
Well, problem with that is that it wasn't declared a headbutt, and the referee didn't see it. So
Let's see it again and see if that definitely caused it.
no, it looked like a right hook.
It looked like he was, yeah, it could have been the last right, but it looked like he could have been cut before that. So
It's hard to tell.
let's go to Julie Letterman. Julie, how do you have it?
Nick, I've got this fight scored 2-1 for Winky Wright. I think he's outbanging him. He's leaning forward with his quicker jab, faster jab, using that shoulder to get the leverage that he needs. And again, like Kevin said, I think Bronco McKart is really hurt and can't see with that cut in that eye.
I'm glad you're scoring it and I'm not. This is tight.
I think that cut's going to affect his focus. You know, he still can see somewhat, Julie, but I think the problem is that it's distracting him. But he's come back stronger this round, and maybe because of the cut, it woke him up, and he realized he has to get back into the fight. I have his
Did he
score.
see inside? Yeah, could create a sense of urgency for him, Kevin.
I have his score 29-28. Bronco by 1 point.
Well, here comes Winky Wright there again in close. And how does he exploit it?
He keeps throwing a lot of right hooks all day and keeps to his jab. And he can keep that cut wide open and bleeding.
McKart is covering up and a little worried about it, obviously, as he shoots the jab. Wright gets there first, but there's a nice combination.
And being declared it was in a headbutt, definitely is a benefit on Wright's behalf, definitely.
Wright loops a right hand.
One thing
Right to the body.
One thing Wright's doing that I wonder why his corner's not telling him. If he punches to the body, you don't bring him back upstairs.
Wright isn't moving like we saw him four years ago, and certainly in some of his other fights. He certainly wants to, he's more content to stand and slug here. And that's what Bronco McKart would want, I would think, Kevin.
Well, he's 4 years older, 4 years wiser, and 4 years more experience. So I think he's taking more chances.
And here we see a good exchange in the middle of the round.
Let him out, let him out, let him out. Come on.
Cappuccino breaks them. Frank Cappuccino, the referee. There's the jab by Wright again, getting there first. Picking up points that way, it would seem.
One thing that can help Wright out is that when he throws that hook to the body, that right hook, he should bring it back upstairs. Dig downstairs and dig back up.
McKart with a combination, but he's bleeding again as we see. It's under control.
Come on, step back.
They both punch downstairs, but nobody brings it up to the top. It's very effective to bring a man's hands down and then go to the top right away. Right away.
Wright gets there first again. McKart not waiting. There's the left that misses as he lunges after Winky Wright.
There's pretty much a loaded punch. You know, he's trying to hit him with a big shot.
Digs a right to the ribs.
Ron, keep him up, man.
Yeah, but he'll be a little bit more effective. Both men will be a little more effective if they finish upstairs rather than downstairs.
As we're closing out round 4.
No.
And they break. Winky Wright and Bronco McKart.
Good round, much better. Good round. Good round.
On Tuesday, September 12th, Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel returns. Among the stories, a look at controversial Washington Redskins owner Dan Snyder, who spent lavishly on aging stars and who's even charging fans to watch Skins practice. Also, an investigation into the controversy surrounding the world's best high jumper, Javier Sotomayor, who was banned from the Olympics for using cocaine, but who will be competing anyway after the IOC reduced his suspension. Real Sports, where nothing is out of bounds.
Let's go, red corner. Come on, come on, come on. Come out of there.
Kevin, just from the looks of that eye, they seem to have it under control right now, the left eye that's been cut over the left eye of Bronco McKart. Oh, and he's been hit there as Wright begins to connect with combinations. And digs an uppercut and comes right back again.
Right now, I got the fight somewhat dead even. Wright's definitely starting to pick up his pace, pick up his punches. He's definitely into this fight.
McKart knows he's got to, he can't be walking into those jabs. He's got to jab himself. And here we go as he tries to walk down Winky Wright a little bit.
Come on, Bronco.
Julie, what do you think of that cut, Julie? How do you think it looks?
I'm not going to keep telling you to keep the punches up. All right? All right?
Wright with a big right hand there. Looks for the opening. They're digging in a lot, aren't they?
I think that cut has definitely
winning some power shots here. Oh, it looks like a low shot again from Wright. He was warned before by Frank Cappuccino.
Only problem is one punches that Bronco McKart is landing doesn't win a round for him. He's got to be staying busier. Winky Wright is a lot busier. He's just constantly working, constantly.
Misses with a right, does McKart.
Step back.
And they clinch again. And there goes Wright with the jab again. The busier fighter this round. Winging shots again. He takes one in return. Winky Wright in the black trunks making the play here in round 5, scheduled for 12.
McKart has a tendency when he fought Pappy on the last fight we did. He tends to lay back after coming out hot early. And I don't know why he does that. And I asked him in the fighter meeting, I said, are you going to start fast and then start slowing down? He said no, and he's doing it here tonight.
Winky Wright also said, Kevin, that he wanted to get McKart out of there if he could before he could get dangerous and what he considered get lucky, because Wright was very confident he is the better fighter. And it didn't sound like just brash talk. He seemed firmly convinced that he is. But so far, This is close to even, according to most people. Be anxious to see what Julie said later.
I have a score 38-38 right now, and I want to see who's going to win this round right now. It's going pretty close. McKart is the aggressor. He's backing up Wright. Wright's landing effective punches. So it's very argumentative. It depends what the judges are looking at. We don't know.
Well, Bronco McKart scores there with combinations to the head. Wright seemed to stop boxing this last 15-20 seconds of the round. Now they clinch in the middle as round 5 ends.
Put pressure on his side.
Stop waiting on him here. Don't wait on him.
Okay, we're looking at our card girl, round card girl, Cicely Brown from San Jose, California, up close and personal. She dances with the New Jersey Nets, studied at the Alvin Ailey School of Dance, which is pretty apparent from her moves, Kevin. You never had those that good, did you? As slick as you are.
I wasn't soul trained. I wasn't soul to material.
There's no way to work. I'll take it. Second down, come on.
Too early to say. Anybody shaken up yet, do you think, in any way, Kevin?
It seems to me Bronco, I gave him the last round. It seems like he started out energetic for the cut, and then he died down. Now he started up again.
Now he's going again, but he gets beat to the punch there. Who gets off first with the jab? It's very crucial here as Bronco digs to the body again and then goes upstairs, as you mentioned.
That's the key to this fight to me. But both of them are doing the same exact thing. They punch downstairs, they leave it downstairs. I think this fight's going to be based upon who punches downstairs and then brings it to the top.
McKart misses and realigns himself and now tries to close the gap a little bit.
It's kind of like Mike Tyson-like. He would hit you to the body and bring an uppercut underneath to the head. And that's what both men need to do. But I think it goes to who does it first.
Well, and they both have the speed to do it, too. Even though I think Wright's the faster guy, I don't think McKart's slow by any means.
Oh, no, he's getting off very effective punches. He's retaliating very good, but he's counter-punching.
There's the uppercut.
He's counter-punching. He needs to punch when Winky's not punching. Just touch him. He ain't got to punch him hard. Touch him, then hit him. Touch him, then hit him.
Wright with the jab, but seems to be in retreat a little bit as Bronco tries to move in on him. Keep the pace. Pretty warm.
This way the judges, if they see you touching a guy, you look more effective. Like you're busy working.
Well, they clash again there and start again. We're in round 6. It's scheduled for 12. Winky Wright is in the black trunks. Bronco McKart in white in a rematch. In their first fight that ended in a majority decision win for Wright. There's the right hand by McKart as he's going again with the jab, and that's the way to fire a jab. Starting to find the range, but he eats a few in return.
Very difficult fight to judge, I'll tell you that.
Very live exchanges. There's a nice kind of left hand that lands by McKart, but he soaks up some shots in return.
Come on, step back. Get off, get off, get off.
Bronco McKart's a real nice guy, Kevin, but again, he said anger and just a lot of anguish, and he's not interested in being a nice guy here with Winky Wright, but they are somewhat, I think, very respectful of one another when they clash or when somebody hits somebody low.
Well, the analogy to this is that when you fight somebody, you gain their respect. If you fight somebody, they fight you back. It's like the bully treatment in school. When you had a bully, you know, you fought him, you gained his respect.
I think they both men realize that it's pretty close and both bring a lot to the table. But attitude is destiny, Kevin.
Break.
10 seconds to go in round 6. Another close one to call. McKart trying to close in on Wright, who's content to play out the round by just staying away.
Them punches together. Gotta put them together. Hey, yeah?
Frank!
Because
Frank! Come over here! Come here! This kid's getting cut because he's got all this sparkly shit coming off his uniform. Look at this.
What? What are you talking about, man?
The sparkly shit is coming up. It's going all over him.
Ah, come on,
Oh,
man.
look at it. Go look over there.
This fight's too close.
Come back, Raymond.
Breathe. 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 All right, let's go. Come on. Show him who's boss. Come on.
They got a problem in their corner.
I know when it ain't all right.
Okay, the toughest job in the house, Julie Letterman. She's scoring it for us. How do you have it, Julie?
Nick, I've got this one 57-57. This fight's even. You know, very interesting. In between rounds, McKart's got all that glitter on his trunks. And he's complaining the glitter's getting everywhere, but they're from his trunks. If you look, that glitter's getting in everybody's face. But it is a very difficult fight to score because one guy gets off, leads with the jab, goes with the body shots, and then the other guy gets off with the jab and the body shots. What you want to look at right now is who's controlling the fight with the jab, who's controlling the fight with the body shots. It goes back and forth in this fight. One guy takes off a little bit, lets the other guy lead with his jab, then they reverse. So it is a very difficult fight to score, but you got to look at the end of the round who did the most damage, who moved forward, and who backed up his opponent with the jab and with the left hand.
Okay, Winky Wright starts with the jab there and then goes to the left of the body and tries to go upstairs again. But look at the answer from McKart with a flurry. A good exchange here.
The key word, Julie, to sum up everything is ring generalship. Who is controlling the ring? And right now, it's hard to tell. They're taking pot shots at each other. Both are counter-punching. One throws, then the other one throws.
And they're
one
landing,
throws,
Kevin.
Back and forth, forth and back. Very hard. I would hate to be a judge to judge this fight.
7th round, halfway through if it goes
You guys
12.
are fighting with your heads instead of with your fists.
It was a headbutt for the first time, and I don't see any cuts resulting from the headbutt. But like I said, as this fight goes on, it's getting closer and closer and closer.
Winky Wright in black scoring there as he opens up.
Get out. Get out.
On my unofficial scorecard, I got Bronco winning by 1 point. But here he is taking off another round.
Right.
Don't know why, but he takes off these rounds.
Fatigue shouldn't be a factor, Kevin. 7th round of this fight, based on the pace, based on what you've seen.
Well, it seems that Bronco heats up a little bit. And soon he touches the oven while it's hot, then he gets cold again. And it
He'll
seems like
fight in spurts.
he lets Winky Wright into the fight, back into the fight when he has momentum going his way. When a fight is this close, you do not want the momentum to shift.
Both miss with jabs there. Right with his hands up. Fires.
Like, for instance, Bronco McKart now is backing up Winky Wright. If the judges are looking at that, they're looking at it as effective aggression.
They just saw him go to the body.
But not enough time in the round. Now Bronco McKart takes a step back, and Winky Wright advances. So how do you score this round? Who landed more? Who punched more? Who missed more?
All of the above.
Who's the aggressive? Look, they're taking chances. There they go. Bronco throws punches, Winky Wright throws punches. The element of surprise is missing. That's what's happening to this fight.
McKart trying to force the action here and trying to close with conviction as we end round 7.
Around. This guy's landing 3 punches around. Good work. Huh? All right, relax. 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 That was a good round. Good round. Good round. Keep the jab. Keep him on the end of the jab. Don't let him get close.
All right, as we pick it up here, Kevin Kelly, watch McKart, and he's landing there, contrary to what Dan Birmingham said. But watch as Winky responds. As you said, this is all about ebb and flow, this fight.
Yeah, but it seems to me that Bronco throws combinations like that, lands combinations, but finally Winky Wright did what I've been saying. He punched to the body and punched to the head. That's the key to winning this fight. For both men. Here he goes. He punches underneath with the uppercut.
But here's the headbutt.
Now,
Frank Cappuccino saw it.
We don't see no, he saw it, but no cut reaction. So kind of good in that way. In that sense, no cuts.
All right, round 8. Total punches through 7, according to Bob Canavio of KO Nation's CompuBox. McKart 78 of 364 for 21%. Wright has thrown 442 shots, so he's outworked him and landed 32% of the time.
All right, break, fellas. Come on.
Wright coming out for this round 8. he looks very relaxed. His hands are a little lower. He's taking a little more chances. Look at the movement. He's moving to his left, moving to his right. Now it looks like Wright is starting to be in control of this fight. His hands are lower, looks more relaxed. Just his posture is so relaxed.
He's also moving a lot and not so content to just stand there and stay in the power lanes.
He just looks a little more comfortable than Bronco McKart to me at this point. McKart looks like he's doing the same thing round after round, and Wright is starting to pick up his hand speed, dropping his hands. He's so relaxed now. Look how comfortable he looks. He looks very comfortable.
Break, step out.
And that could give Bronco McKart late in this fight a lot of problems.
Wright still backpedaling here, though, as he takes one to the ribs and continues to retreat and move to the left. McKart trying to force the play again. Gets that jab out there. Wright answers back with one. No big bombs, though, yet. Not this one.
There Bronco does it again. He punches to the body, but he doesn't turn it over to the head. So what happens is you wind up leaving your hand downstairs rather than protecting your face. And that's the problem that Bronco's having here. And that's why Winky Wright comes over the top of the left hand. There goes the left hand again. Every time Bronco goes to the body, Winky Wright throws the left hand over the top.
McKart said that he worked on that left, just turning that left over, because his right hand's his big power punch. But you're right, Kevin Kelly. He's got to use it more and throw in combinations.
He's also starting to drop his right hand, and Bronco and Wright is coming over the top with the left hand, and that's what's happening here too. And as fatigue settles in, that will happen in this fight.
Who's winning this round? Looks like Wright to me.
Wright's winning this round. He's so comfortable. Ring generalship right now. Wright is doing the right things. He's dropping his hand. I mean, just the posture of Wright is showing he's in control. His attitude, his temperament, everything about him right now is like he's still in the fight.
Break, step back.
Are these the guys you expected to see for this fight? You know, we heard a rumor that Winky Wright had a virus about a month ago or something. Will that affect a fighter maybe a month or 3 weeks out? Well, certainly it'll take the training off.
Well, you know, if it is, you got to overcome it. It's called adversity. When you get with a bell ring, whatever's been affecting you before, it shouldn't affect you in that bell ring. You got to block it out, overcome it.
Doesn't look like anything's affecting him, do you?
Nothing. He's winning this round right now big, really big. I wouldn't say 10-9, 10-8, but I would say 10-9. He definitely won it, not 10-8. No knockdown.
2 punches. Beautiful. They can't rob this one. They can't rob you on this one. When he bends over, give him that uppercut if you can. Bend your knees.
All right, as to who's winning the fight, we ask you, and this is what you say. Winky Wright by a 2-1 margin. And you heard Dan Birmingham in the corner say basically the same thing. They can't rob you this time. Not that he was robbed, but it was a split decision win when a lot of people thought he unanimously beat Bronco McKart 4.5 years ago. There's Delise Jones working it up from the Bronx, New York. Kevin, what about the Bronx? You're the Flushing Flash.
I'm from Queens.
All right, but
right over the bridge. And great area to grow up in, and I grew up in Flushing, and I visit the Bronx from time to time, but I never saw Delise.
Well, come on. I'd like to say you still got time, but you don't.
I'm committed, man. I'm committed.
That's what I mean. Father of 5, Kevin Kelly, former featherweight champion of the world. Fought a week ago, and now he's in the broadcast booth here. As Winky Wright comes out.
It's a lot better, I'll tell you, talking about these punches than feeling them, I'll tell you that.
There's no doubt. Wright content again to move back. His mouth is open, but it seems like it has been most of the fight. But Bronco McKart, again, pressing forward. He's got to streamline some combinations, though. Put some punches together.
I noticed something Wright does. He's got to work on this. When Wright goes to his left, he crosses his feet every time. And Bronco McKart hasn't picked up on it yet. He crosses his feet. He goes, his front foot goes in front of his back foot when he goes to his left.
So he would be...
So he's actually crossing up his feet. He's very off balance. But the problem is, Bronco McKart hasn't picked up on it. What he could throw is a hook, which will freeze him in his tracks, and overhand left, and he would catch Winky Wright. And watch as Winky Wright goes to his right, his left. You're going to see him do it quite often, especially when he's boxing.
They reset, and there's a nice combination, streamlined by Winky Wright as he picks up the pace here. And McKart content to just clinch and soak up some more firepower. These are the kind of things that if the round is closer, there's not a lot of action, that win it for you. Kevin?
Another thing Bronco McKart is doing, Wright's doing that wrong, but Bronco McKart brings his feet together when he's going forward. And that's why he's off balance, and he can't capitalize when Wright does something wrong. Because look at his feet. Say just fill up balance because his feet are too close together. He's not on balance.
Wild right misses by McKart. He's in the white. And perhaps the most behind, so he's got to pick up the pace.
They're both having balance problems, but I believe that Bronco has worse balance problems than Wright does. Because Bronco, he brings his feet together, and every time he throws a shot, he falls off balance.
We're in the last minute of round 9, scheduled for 12. Winky Wright in the black.
See?
Fires the jab.
No balance right
3 times. And McKart tries to answer and takes another shot. And there's the uppercut from Wright as he begins to tee off a little bit. So he's winning this one with conviction this round, Kevin.
Well, the problem with McKart is McKart has no balance right now. Look at his legs. He gets hit with a shot, he falls off balance.
But he's throwing shots, isn't he?
Yeah, he's throwing off balance shots. They're not as effective as the ones when he is on balance.
Now a bull rush as they clinch in the middle, and Frank Cappuccino breaks them up.
You don't go in with your head, that's all.
Here comes Wright again, trying to land that combination. He starts with the jab as we're closing in on the end of round 9.
Way to finish the round. You're not letting him in this fight.
Listen, the guy with your hands go. You can hit this guy with the left. You can hit him with. Put them shots down on that body, then come to the head. You can hear me? Are you gonna do it? Hey, listen, your future is right here in the next 3 rounds. This is a close fight. You want this championship. You've got to take these next 3 freaking rounds. And there ain't no anything to fuck about it. Don't throw a punch and walk straight in. Go in behind that jab. Throw the left hand. Come back with a hook. You got me?
There's urgency in the corner of Bronco McKart, and there we see his wife, Brandy, with one of their 2 children. And she's still smiling and urging her husband on, of course, with 3 rounds left, scheduled for 12. He is playing some catch-up, Kevin.
It seems that when he bends down, McKart, he's off balance, and this is why he can hit with shots. He can't recover. He needs to open his legs a little wider.
Julie Letterman through 9. How do you see it?
Nick, I've got this 87 to 84. 6 rounds to 3. Winky Wright. This is a whole different fight in the last 3 rounds. Winky Wright, this is ring generalship, as Kevin said. He's got his man exactly where he wants him. Now he's doubling the jab sometimes when he comes in, landing good combinations, good shots to the body on the inside. And I think that Bronco McKart is absolutely exhausted. I mean, look, his mouth is wide open, and Winky Wright's just playing a little game with them the last 3 rounds.
Okay. We'll see if he presses the pace a little bit. You got to let it go here.
On my scorecard, I got it scored 85-88. Winky Wright. Like I said, Julie said, in the last 3 rounds, I had it dead even up to round 7.
So Bronco McKart and White has to seriously get into this fight big time and start taking some rounds. Take the rest of them, perhaps.
He's got to stop blocking shots with his hands and start throwing shots with his fists.
There's the jab, but he eats 2 more in return. Goes to the body and then goes upstairs, Kevin.
That's what he needs to do. That's exactly what he needs to do. Downstairs, then upstairs.
But Wright content to counter very nicely and then spin out of danger. Now they clinch again.
Wright is very relaxed. He's not, don't like he's bothered by anything at this point. He's throwing quick hands, fast combinations. They're not hard shots, but they're enough to grab the attention of Bronco.
All right, let's step back, step back. Come on.
Both men have each other's respect. That's clearly evident. But Bronco McKart can't do enough to discourage Winky Wright from doing what he's doing it a little bit better. And that's beating him to the punch usually and scoring more often.
See, there's a thing that Bronco needs to do. It's called punching out of sync. He needs to pop his jab when Winky Wright is going to his left. He's not doing it, right there. He just went to his left. Instead of Bronco punching, he just looked at him.
All right, break.
Last minute of round 10. And there goes McKart with a combination.
That's what McKart has to do. The minute they break, McKart has to go first. Instead, he's throwing last. And that's not winning the round.
Well, he never hit stride in their first fight. He's done a better job tonight. But to most, he's losing this fight. It's still a competitive one. And there's still time left as we've got
both of you are holding
about a half minute left in round 10.
I don't want to see no more of it.
You never know what the judges are looking at. You shouldn't take a chance letting, even though Winky Wright's hitting a lot of gloves, but the judges are seeing Winky Wright as the busier fighter, and that's what's effective. Body shots and he's throwing head shots. Very effective.
And as we go, remember, Winky Wright didn't hold his own. He didn't, as Fernando Vargas said, bite down in the last few rounds, and that cost him perhaps the title back in December. We'll see what happens with 2 rounds to go. As we come to the end of round 10. And there's Bronco McKart, scores with a big left.
Good round, Bronco.
Bang it hard. Bang it hard.
Put that ice on my neck, man.
Okay, we're 11th. We need these 2, baby. We need these 2. We need these 2. Let both hands go, man. You can punch this guy out. Just punch his hand. Let his hands go. Put that water in my bag. He's good. He's good. Hey, let's go, baby. Let them hands go.
Hurt this man.
You see what you
All right, let's go back to round 10 and watch the big left by Bronco McKart. Well, we flipped him on the ear, and then we see him missing there again, but winging shots as they close it out. Wright misses, and back, Kevin, comes McKart.
One big one. Come on.
Winky Wright's the first guy off the stool.
It's close, babe. It's your whole life right here. Come on.
2 rounds to go. How bad does Bronco McKart want it? Badly. Can he do it? That's the question. Winky Wright in the black.
Break, fellas. Break.
Does a guy perhaps coast in this round if Wright isn't tired? There's no need to. I mean, obviously, McKart hasn't solved him. Did he send a message, though, at the end of that round, Kevin?
Let me tell you, McKart ain't exactly out of this fight. He's doing a great job. He's doing a lot of good things. It's just that he's 1 step slower than Wright. Just 1 step. So you don't want to take chances. Like I said, we don't know what the judges are looking at. Bronco is going forward. Sometimes he's making the initiative. You know, you never know what a judge's mind has in it.
Wright's really boxing now, though. He's trying to shoot that jab and move, but he just got caught with one.
I mean, right now, Wright needs to keep doing what he's doing. And matter of fact, pick the pace up to lock this fight up, because you never know. The judges could have it dead even, all we know. We don't know.
Wright backing up now, firing the jab in combinations and content to clinch. And maybe take a breather.
But Bronco does definitely have active aggression. I mean, look at him. He's going forward. He's backing up right, but he's not landing any shots really effectively. So the judges will be looking at that active aggression as he's making Winky Wright back up. But here goes Winky Wright. Back it up, Bronco McKart. Back and forth, and back. It's like a seesaw. They're teeter-tottering.
Bronco's got to keep punching here. They come out of the clinch halfway through round 11. Winky Wright's in black, Bronco McKart. With a right that landed, Winky Wright answers back.
It appears to me that Bronco is throwing the harder shots, but Winky Wright's the busier fighter. I think Winky is throwing more punches. And Bronco's shots look more effective to me when he does land, winning on it.
Now it's my turn.
McKart got to press the attack here. Less than a minute to go in round 11. He's clearly tired. But this is his chance. And it'll slip away if he doesn't do anything about it.
Back there, kidney punching. That's very illegal. You're supposed to do that.
Too low, too, Wink. A little too low, my man.
We're dancing again. Half a minute to go in round 11. Start with a wild right.
I think Winky Wright's the one. Jab is the one stealing his fight for him. He keeps touching Bronco McKart at the right time.
It's enough to get it done.
And it's just an extra 1 or 2 punches that makes him win a round. And Bronco's waiting.
Right again. With the jab, under 10 seconds to go.
Step back.
Bronco McKart couldn't make it happen in round 11. It's probably clear to most he's going to need to do some serious damage in the 12th and final round.
Listen to everybody in this corner and pay attention to what we're saying. Who wins this round? Wins this fight.
As we look at Brandy McKart, clearly concerned.
Roll the
as we look at her husband.
When you throw that lead, you on the left cross and come into the right hook, you're freezing this guy. He's right, he can't handle it. You hit him with it at the end of the one round, he didn't know what to do with it. Come on, you want this fight. You must take it.
All right, we need this one. We need this one big. All right, we need this one big. Everything off the jab. A good jab. Straight left hand. Bring the right hand up.
30 seconds. You got to come right back.
You got to hustle. You got to hustle.
You must take this round. This is your fight. You got to take this round.
Come on, we need this round big, Wink. Big!
McKart really has to take it big. He threw just 34 punches. He averaged 62 a round in the first fight. Obviously, he's running out of steam at the worst time. Julie Letterman, how do you have it with a round to go?
With 1 round to go, I think Bronco McKart needs a knockout. Oh, the referee's calling timeout. Did some tape on Winky Wright's glove that they got to get rid of. 107, 102, Winky Wright 8 rounds to 3. I just think he's out banging him. He's out hustling him. Winky Wright is controlling the action. He's getting Bronco where he wants him. And when Bronco moves forward, he's throwing one punch. Look at there. There we see right there. Winky Wright, quick combination, get out. Quick combination, get out. That's what's winning this fight. Effective aggression.
Bronco tries to bang with the right. But he's failed to really put many combinations together. He's scored with the judges, probably. Wright banging and digging in, digs an uppercut, and trying to work the body again as they're in close and leaning on each other.
Stop punching, guys.
The clock is ticking for Bronco McKart.
Break. Step back.
But Van Birmingham, Winky Wright's trainer, wisely told him, you got to take this round. As you said, Kevin, why coast and leave it in the hands of the judges for some of the subjective things that could go one way or the other.
You never know what the judges are looking at, and I'm sure Winky Wright is to clear the pace, and they call it closing the show. So lots of punches, try to take the fight away from Bronco McKart. Because Bronco McKart thinking the same thing. Maybe, just maybe, the fight's closer than I think, and I can steal the round. And steal the fight at the same time.
Minute 40 to go in this fight. Winky Wright trying to lock it down. Comes with the jab and digs to the body. McKart with a wild left, right that misses. As he continues with the kidney shots, and Frank Cappuccino breaks them up. Halfway through the round. And McKart's just got to let it go here. It's clear. He's tired. Got to make the play here. He's backing up instead and hanging on.
Let him out, Wink. Let him out, Wink.
He's going to get there first now. Right with a little flurry. McKart winging shots from desperation as we're under a minute to go in this fight. And Wright lands there. Winky Wright in the black. With another combination as Bronco McKart looks in too deep once again. 30 seconds to go. Blood again from above the left eye of McKart. His Wright's done some damage. 20 seconds to go in the fight. And Wright with a stinging combination has McKart against the ropes with under 10 seconds to go. Good fighting spirit from both men, but Kevin Kelly, it looked like Winky Wright's night as they both raised their hands.
Another hard fight.
Nice
St.
fight.
Pete, baby, let's do it.
New champ.
Little C, Durham. All my whole
Who
boys
won the
locked down.
fight? You scored it. 71% said Winky Wright, 29% for Bronco McKart. McKart was clearly not as busy a fighter as Winky Wright. Our CompuBox stats bore that out. Once again, McKart only 40 punches in the 12th round when he was averaging close to 60. You just got to let it go, Kevin.
I scored it.
No ammunition left.
I mean, I scored it 117, 113. Definitely Winky Wright. He got more comfortable later as the fight went on. He got more relaxed. He was first and he was last. I mean, to me, Bronco McKart was punching, counter-punching, Counterpunching don't win fights for you.
Bronco McKart just could never solve Winky Wright. It's that clear. Again, we go back to styles make fights.
Yeah, it started off very even, and they were both going back and forth. And then Winky Wright went up to the other level. Like I said, boxing is in levels. And it seemed like Winky Wright went up to a level, and Bronco McKart was playing catch-up. But he did a great job. Let me tell you something. He has not lost face value. He's still a very dangerous fighter for Fernando Vargas and for Trinidad. It's just that he just tonight just was a little short.
Okay, Julie Letterman, your final score. How do you put it?
Final score very close to Kevin's. 117, 111 for Winky Wright. 9-3 in rounds. You know, the whole end of this fight was all Winky Wright. That was just beautiful ring generalship, landing the cleaner shots, pop, 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 getting out. Great fight for Winky Wright. This should be an easy one for the judges.
As we get ready for the decision, let's go up to Ed Lover in the middle of the ring.
Thank you, Nick. Before I read the official decision, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice round of applause for both of these fighters. Ladies and gentlemen, Judge Dwayne Ford scores the bout 118-110. Judge Adelaide Triplett scores the bout 118-110. Judge Gary Wolf scores the bout 116-112 for the winner by unanimous decision, fighting out of the blue corner, Ronald Winky Wright.
Two champions right here, baby.
Dejected Bronco McKart leaves the ring. As Winky Wright, we see the tail of the punch stats. 218 out of 701, so he outworked him. 31% connect rate for Winky Wright, only 22 for Bronco McKart. And we see as the jab set the tone in this one, who would get there first. We see that Winky Wright stole the show here with absolute conviction. He made the play. He controlled the fight that way, as Julie and Kevin talked about, and was a clear winner tonight. Kevin Kelly, you're with the winner, Winky Wright.
Congratulations, Mr. Wright. Great performance, tough fight. Let me ask you a question. It seemed to me early the fight was pretty even, back and forth and back, two southpaws.
Yeah.
After round 7, it seemed like you started getting more comfortable, relaxed, dropping your hands. What made you win this fight tonight?
Well, I was determined to win this fight, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm mad about the Vargas fight. And to all the people out there, y'all know I beat that fight, but I'm coming back for you. I'm #1 for you and Trinidad. Let's do it. HBO set the fight. But Bronco McKart came in, he was a good fighter. I knew that he got better, you know, and he proven it. The first 6 rounds, I had to like figure him out, move around. And then I seen that I could just box him and catch him coming in throwing wild punches. And then that's what I did, you know what I'm saying? He was using his head a lot, but he came in to work.
I expected early, like the first fight you had with him, the first fight, you to box a little bit more early. Utilize your jab. Why were you back and forth with him? You would jab, let him come into the fight. Yeah. Why?
I wanted to feel his punching power, and you know what I'm saying. It wasn't hurting me at all. You know, he was throwing good punches, but I was catching him, and I ain't feel it. So I was saying, well, maybe when he throw one of the wild shots, I can catch him coming in. But he would throw a punch and come in with his head and shoulder, and I couldn't really count him like I wanted. So I had to just try to figure something else out, and I did. I adapted.
Are these your kids?
Yeah, this my kid, baby. And bro, my little fighter. Hey, I want to say one thing. Bronco McKart. Bronco, come here, baby.
Well, we got no time.
One thing, hurry up, Bronco. Hey, this is a true champion. Nobody wanted to fight him, so I'm giving him his belt back. He got his belt back.
The thing with me and Wright is nobody wanted to fight him, nobody wanted to fight me, so we had to fight each other.
So he got a belt,
and
I got a belt. We're two champions. He got his belt back. Take
well,
the belt, baby.
Back to you, Nick.
Okay, Kevin Kelly, you're right. A step up the ladder for Winky Wright. He said he wanted Felix Trinidad. He wants anybody in a talent-laden division. So, as we look at it right now, we can tell you that Winky Wright prevailed with conviction. You saw the punch stats. You saw what he did in the ring. He controlled the action. It's a setback for Bronco McKart, who has to regroup from here and see where he goes.
Just spit it right in there. Don't worry about it.
Clap your hands, be sharp, change your angle. Give him that, hey, hey, come on. And snap your punch.
So you saw the